The Swami's mission was both national and international. A lover of mankind, he strove to promote peace and human brotherhood on the spiritual foundation of Vedantic oneness of existence. A mystic of the highest order, Vivekananda had a direct and intuitive experience of reality. He derived his ideas from the unfailing source of wisdom and often presented them in the soul stirring language of poetry. The natural tendency of Vivekananda's mind, like that of his master Ramakrishna, was to soar above the world and forget itself in the contemplation of the obsolete. But another part of his personality bled at the sight of human suffering in the East and West alike. It might appear that his mind seldom found a point of rest in its oscillation between contemplation of God and service to man. It might appear that his mind seldom found a point of rest in its oscillation between contemplation of God and service to man. Be that as it may, he chose in obedience to a higher call. Service to man is his mission on earth, and this choice has endeared him to the people in West Americans in particular. In the course of short life of 39 years, 1863 to 1902, of which only 10 were devoted to public activities, and those too in the midst of acute physical suffering. He left for posterity his four classics Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Raj Yoga, all of which are outstanding treatises on Hindu philosophy. All of these are outstanding treatises on Hindu philosophy. In addition, he delivered innumerable lectures, wrote inspired letters in his own hand to his many friends and disciples, composed numerous poems, and acted a spiritual guide to the many seekers who came to him for instruction. He also organized a Ramakrishna order of monks, which is the most outstanding religious organization of modern India. It is devoted to propagation of Hindu spiritual culture not only in the Swami's native land but also in America and other parts of the world. Swami Vivekananda once spoke of himself as a condensed India. His life and teachings are of inestimable value of best for understanding of mind of Asia. His life and teachings are the inestimable value of the best for understanding of mind of Asia. William James, a Harvard philosopher, called the Swamis the paragon of Vedantist. William James, a Harvard philosopher, called the Swami the paragon of Vedantist. Called to the Swami the paragon of Vedantist. Max Muller and Paul Dusan, the famous Orientalist of 19th century, the famous Orientalist of the 19th century, held him in genuine respect and affection. His words, writes Roman Roland, are the great music. His words, writes Roman Roland, are the great music. Phrases in the style of Beethoven, stirring rhythms like the march of Handel chorus. I cannot touch this saying of his, scattered as they are through the pages of books. I can't touch the sayings of his, as scattered as they are through the pages of books at 30 years distance, without receiving a thrill through my body like an electric shock. And what shocks, what transports must have been produced when, in burning words, they issued from the lips of hero. Earlier, Swami Vivekananda, the great soul, loved and revered in the East and West, like as the rejuvenator of Hinduism in India, like as the rejuvenator of Hinduism in India, and preacher of its eternal truth abroad, was born at 633, a few minutes before sunrise, on Monday, January 12, 1863. It was the day of the great Hindu festival Makar Sankranti, when the special worship is offered to the Ganga by millions of devotees. Thus, the future Vivekananda first drew breath when the air above the sacred river not far from the house was reverberating with the prayers, worship, and religious music of thousands of Hindu men and women.